Hey there everyone, welcome back to your favorite weather update where we break down the big mysteries of our atmosphere in a way that's easy to understand and, hopefully, a little bit fun too. It's your favorite weather guy, Al Roker, here to talk about something that's making headlines and changing the way we experience winter, La Niña. You might have heard the term tossed around on the news or seen it pop up in weather forecasts, but what does it really mean for you and your family? So, what is it? Think of La Niña as a giant invisible hand that starts in the vast Pacific Ocean and reaches out to influence weather patterns all over the globe. It's not just a local event, it's a worldwide phenomenon that can shape everything from rain and snow to droughts and hurricanes. Here's how it works. When the waters near the equator in the central and eastern Pacific get cooler than usual, it sets off a chain reaction. This cooling isn't just a small dip in temperature, it's enough to change the way air moves above the ocean, which in turn affects weather thousands of miles away. Especially during the winter months, these changes can be dramatic. You might have heard of El Niño, which is La Niña's warmer sibling. El Niño brings warmer ocean waters and a whole different set of weather patterns. But when we talk about La Niña, we're talking about the opposite. Cooler waters and a different kind of impact on our climate. La Niña is the flip side of the coin. Instead of warming, we get cooling, and that changes everything from the way storms form to where they travel. This whole cycle, known as the El Niño Southern Oscillation, or ENSO for short, swings back and forth every few years. Sometimes we get El Niño, sometimes La Niña, and sometimes we're in between. Each phase has its own unique effects on global climate, influencing weather patterns not just in the United States, but all around the world, from Australia to South America, and everywhere in between. Understanding this cycle is a big deal for meteorologists. By tracking these ocean changes, they can make better predictions about what kind of winter we're in for, whether it's going to be snowy and cold or mild and dry. This gives you a heads up so you can plan your holidays, travel, and even your wardrobe. Here's where it gets really interesting. Those cooler ocean waters actually change the air pressure above the Pacific, which then shifts the jet stream, the fast-moving river of air high above our heads, northward. The jet stream acts like a highway for storms, steering them across the continent. When the jet stream moves north, it means storms are more likely to hit certain areas, bringing heavy snow to some places and leaving others dry. For example, the northern United States and Canada might see more snow and colder temperatures, while the southern states could experience warmer, drier winters. This can even lead to droughts in some regions and flooding in others. Remember, La Niña means cool Pacific waters pushing the jet stream north. This simple shift can have huge consequences, changing who gets buried in snow and who enjoys a milder winter. So, whether you're bundling up for a snowy season or enjoying a break from the cold, it's all thanks to this fascinating ocean-atmosphere connection. La Niña helps determine who gets to build snowmen and who might be mowing the lawn in January. It's a fascinating dance between the ocean and the atmosphere, a back and forth that takes center stage every few years. This winter, La Niña is in the spotlight, and its effects are already being felt across the country and around the world. So, let's dive deeper into what La Niña has in store for us this season. From snowstorms to dry spells and everything in between, understanding La Niña can help you stay one step ahead of the weather, and that's what's happening around the country. Now that you know the basics of La Niña, you'll be ready for whatever this winter throws your way. Stay tuned, stay warm, and keep an eye on the forecast, because with La Niña in charge, you never know what's coming next. Let's take a closer look at what a classic La Niña winter means for North America. La Niña is a climate pattern that originates in the Pacific Ocean, but its effects ripple far beyond, shaping weather across the entire continent. When La Niña is in play, it sets the stage for a dramatic shift in winter weather, influencing everything from temperature to precipitation. One of the most important features is the northward shift of the jet stream. This powerful river of air in the upper atmosphere acts like a dividing line, splitting the country into two distinct weather zones. The jet stream's position is key to understanding why winters feel so different depending on where you live. In the northern United States, the jet stream dips and allows frigid Arctic air to plunge southward. This means colder, stormier winters for places like the northern plains, Midwest, and Northeast. Residents here can expect frequent snowstorms, icy roads, and biting winds that make winter feel especially harsh. Regions such as the Pacific Northwest and around the Great Lakes are particularly prone to heavy snowfall during La Niña winters. These areas often see above-average snow totals, with storms rolling in more frequently and blanketing the landscape in white. Meanwhile, the southern United States tells a very different story. Here, the jet stream's position keeps cold air at bay, resulting in warmer and drier conditions. People in states like Texas, Florida, and Southern California may find themselves enjoying mild, sunny days, while much of the country shivers. However, this warmth comes at a cost. The lack of rain can worsen drought conditions, putting stress on agriculture, water supplies, and even increasing wildfire risk. Farmers and communities in the South must be especially vigilant during La Niña years. This creates a weather seesaw effect across the nation. While the North deals with cold and snow, the South experiences mild, dry weather. The contrast can be striking, with some regions battling blizzards while others bask in sunshine. In the middle, places like the Ohio Valley and the Mid-Atlantic find themselves caught between these extremes. Their weather can swing rapidly from cold and wet to warm and dry, making it one of the most unpredictable regions during a La Niña winter. This is the classic La Niña playbook: a colder, wetter north, and a warmer, drier south. These patterns are well documented and have been observed time and again whenever La Niña takes hold. Decades of meteorological records and observations confirm this pattern, though it's important to remember that no two La Niña events are exactly alike. Each one brings its own unique twists, influenced by other climate factors and local conditions. Meteorologists use this classic setup as a foundation for their seasonal forecasts, but they also consider other variables, like ocean temperatures, atmospheric pressure, and even global weather trends, that can tweak the final outcome. So, as we look ahead to the coming winter, the La Niña pattern serves as our roadmap. It helps guide our expectations and prepare for what's likely to come, while reminding us that nature always has a few surprises in store. This is the starting point for this year's specific winter forecast. What's the latest for this winter? NOAA forecasts a moderate La Niña. Cooler Pacific waters are expected to strengthen, impacting weather patterns. A moderate La Niña steers weather all winter, peaking midwinter. Expect above-average precipitation in the Pacific Northwest and Great Lakes. The southern U.S. faces below-average precipitation, worsening droughts. Colder temperatures dominate the north, while the south sees warmth. Let's focus on regions feeling La Niña's chill. Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming brace for an active season. The jet stream targets these areas, bringing colder, snowier conditions. Ski resorts anticipate early starts and deep snowpacks. Frequent storms mean heavy mountain snow and travel risks. Prepare for intense cold and snow, ensuring homes and cars are ready. Frigid Arctic air will lead to more freezing days and cold snaps. Cities like Seattle and Portland may see more snow and ice. The heavy snowpack benefits water supply, crucial for agriculture and hydropower. After droughts, a snowy La Niña winter is a blessing for the region. While harsh, the snow's long-term benefits are vital. Now, let's head south, where La Niña brings warmth and dryness. From Southern California to Florida, expect a warmer, drier winter. High pressure suppresses clouds, allowing more sunshine. While pleasant, this pattern worsens droughts, impacting water supplies. The dry winter heightens wildfire risks, especially in Texas and Oklahoma. For the arid West, it's a call for water conservation. La Niña's warmth is pleasant but poses environmental challenges. The Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast become a battleground. These regions sit between cold north and warm south patterns. The jet stream's position dictates their weather, leading to variability. Expect a roller coaster of snowstorms and mild spells. Snow lovers in the Northeast may still see significant snowfall. The Great Lakes could experience impressive lake-effect snow. Be ready for anything, as winter promises dynamic weather. To predict what this winter might bring, we turn to the lessons of past La Niña events. By carefully examining historical weather data, meteorologists and climate scientists can identify patterns and trends that often repeat themselves when La Niña is in play. This process involves sifting through decades of records, analyzing temperature shifts, precipitation totals, and the timing of major storms. Each past La Niña provides valuable clues, helping us anticipate what could be in store for the months ahead. For example, the winter of 2010-2011 stands out as a particularly strong La Niña year, remembered for its brutal and relentless conditions across much of the United States. Cities and towns from the Midwest to the Northeast were hit hard, with snowstorms disrupting daily life and creating hazardous travel conditions. Chicago, in particular, faced the infamous Snowmageddon blizzard, which dumped over 20 inches of snow and brought the city to a standstill. Meanwhile, the Northeast experienced record-breaking snowfall, with communities digging out from one storm after another. While the North battled snow and ice, the South endured a very different challenge. Severe drought gripped states like Texas, drying out the land and setting the stage for devastating wildfires that scorched thousands of acres. These dramatic differences between regions highlight La Niña's classic north-south divide: cold and snowy in the north, dry and warm in the south. This pattern is a hallmark of many La Niña winters. The winter of 2017-2018, which featured a moderate La Niña, also followed similar patterns, though with some variations. Many areas saw above-average snowfall, while others experienced milder, less severe conditions. The Pacific Northwest benefited from a healthy snowpack, drawing skiers and snowboarders to the mountains, while the Southeast enjoyed unseasonably warm and sunny days, a stark contrast to the wintry scenes up north. By studying these past events, meteorologists can reinforce expected patterns and use them as a guide for this winter's forecast. The similarities and differences from year to year help refine predictions and prepare communities for what's ahead. However, it's important to remember that each La Niña is unique. Other climate factors, such as the Arctic Oscillation or Pacific Decadal Oscillation, can influence how La Niña plays out, sometimes amplifying or muting its effects. By studying past winters, we can better prepare for likely scenarios, whether that means stocking up on supplies, winterizing homes, or planning for potential travel disruptions. Taking the whole picture into account and learning from history allows us to make more informed decisions and adapt to whatever winter may bring. By looking back, we gain the knowledge and confidence to face the future, helping us get ready for whatever the winter of 2025-2026 may have in store. What does this mean for you and your daily routine? In the north, expect higher heating bills and prepare for snow. Ensure your home is insulated and your car is winter ready. In the south, the lack of rain affects gardening and increases wildfire risks. Be cautious with outdoor flames and conserve water. Weather impacts the economy, affecting crop production and prices. A snowy north benefits winter recreation businesses. Understanding the forecast helps you plan and adapt. Weather affects every aspect of life, so stay informed. Be prepared for the season's challenges and opportunities. Stay informed and safe this winter. Pay attention to daily forecasts for detailed planning. Use NOAA weather radio or apps for alerts. Review your family's emergency plan and have a winter kit ready. Preparation reduces stress during weather challenges. Tune in to the Today Show for updates and forecasts. We're here to keep you informed and safe. Stay weather-wise and prepared for La Niña's surprises. That's a look at your national forecast.